And I are here to announce our next big move, biggest move we've ever made for Revival Today. Behind me is a building that will look nothing like it looks right now when we finish. We're on just under 5 acres of property that we've just finished purchasing, which is going to give us the ability to have a state-of-the-art studio. And in that studio, something I've wanted to have for a long time, which is a live studio audience. It's going to be a 500-seat building when we finish with it that'll give us the ability to touch the world with our broadcasts. This facility is going to give me the ability to do what I've really missed, which is having you in the audience to minister to personally. Obviously, you can't beat the reach of digital media. We touch the whole world every day, but we have the ability now with this to lay hands on people, pray for people that are sick, a place where you can bring people that are drug addicted, demonized, and really give them the ministry that you can't get on YouTube and Facebook. I can't wait. And then beyond that, we're going to announce the launch of Revival Today Church. We're going to hold Holy Ghost church services every Sunday morning. I'll be there most Sunday mornings. This isn't going to be like some little side project. We're going to give you and your family a place you can go that's a soul-winning church that values the presence of God, where you can get prayed for and ministered to, where there's not a critical race theory lecture or a mass and social distancing 10 minutes of no talking to anybody in the lobby. None of that. We're going to have a place where you're free and where you're free to experience the presence of God.
I'm incredibly excited because I know a lot of you have been asking about different meetings and events that we couldn't have during COVID, and trust me, we tried so hard. So this really frees us up to do everything that we want to do with healing meetings and women's conferences. So I am so looking forward to seeing you and having you be a part of this.
So I want to give you a twofold call to action. Number one, if your church turned in to a liberal nightmare in 2020 and you need a place to go, I would be happy to have you at our church. Number two, if you are a partner or a friend of our ministry, Revival Today, this is the biggest move by far we've ever made. By the time we finish remodeling that building, the acquiring of the property, you're looking at a couple of M's. So if you would stand with us now, I'll say thank you ahead of time. Pray and ask the Holy Ghost what He would have you to do. You've been so generous, and I thank you ahead of time for your extreme generosity. I know I speak on behalf of my wife, everybody here at Revival Today when I say we love you very much. And now I can say I look forward to seeing you face to face here at the new home of Revival Today.
Hey.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Check the Market. Who's ready for CTM Indeed? Good morning, Ninja, Tiff, D&D Investments, Patrick from Maryland, Numanized from California, rain in California. My goodness. How's everybody doing this morning? Where's everybody watching from? We'll go over Facebook third quarter earnings. Cathie Wood is getting involved in some market drama with Jack Dorsey. Thank you, Justin, and good morning to you. That's awesome. I'm glad you went out there and made some money, Kevin. I had a pretty good day yesterday myself. Crypto, stocks in general. Coinbase was cranking yesterday. Michael Copa, good morning. Nathan Ferguson, Uniontown, Pennsylvania. It's just right across the... And the markets are open. Let's take a look, see where everything's at. Let me just refresh this, make sure it's correct. S&P up 15 points, 16 points. NASDAQ up 92 points. Dow Jones up 92 points. Not a bad start. Silver's down 2% today. Good morning, Luis from Las Vegas. WTER, I'll take a look at it. Alkaline water stock, WTER. HUD 8 on Toronto Stock Exchange made money, but now my stock is moving. It's because it's transferred to NASDAQ. HUD 8. That could be. I don't see why it wouldn't move on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Where are we at? There we are. So you can't sell it? Can you sell it or no, John? Good morning, Doug. 135% gains. That's awesome. Let me see where it's at here. Investors. It looks like it has pretty good volume there on the Toronto Stock Exchange. I'm not sure what's going on there. Because it should be moving pretty similar to what the NASDAQ does. Because it can't have, it would be trading in Canadian dollars on the Toronto Stock Exchange versus the NASDAQ where it trades in US dollars, but it should be fair, it should be fairly close. Because I see that there's a good amount of volume still on the Toronto Stock Exchange. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Good morning, Clay. Eric. FaZe Clan. Yeah, they're the video game group, the ones that are that have like professional Call of Duty leagues and stuff like that. It's frozen on E-Trade at 11. I would contact E-Trade about it. and see what's going on. So I would contact E-Trade because it should still be moving. Because if there's that much volume, 5.17 million, which was, this is from yesterday, it should still be moving. Because it says that it's trading at $16.13 Canadian dollars on the TSX. Good morning, Charles. Sandra. Yeah, they play, they're one of the biggest esports teams as well. They're not related to the Foot Clan. All right, let's get into it this morning. Good morning, Gerald. Welcome to Check the Market, everybody. Make sure you share the broadcast. We're going to get right into it this morning, see what's going on out there. Let's go for it. See the first article. DeFi will end poorly without investor protections, Gary Gensler says. We'll see. Let's see it. Oh, you do? Let's take a look at DWAC then. Since that's been a popular one. See, it's up about 6% this morning. If you guys want to put up the graph. We'll take a look at DWAC. There we have it. Still moving. What's the volume on that today? 3.76 million? Oh no, 5.17 million. So there's still a good amount of volume on this. If you want to day trade it, I mean, there's a ton of volatility, so it'd be a good one to do that. Let's take a look at Tesla as well, see what they're doing. Tesla over $1,000. Look at that, $1,026, up another 0.4%, 0.3%. Let's take a look at Facebook. I'd be surprised to see where they opened up. Ooh, down. They were up this morning a little bit. Looks like they're going down. Not too much though. 1/3%. Look at that. I like that. I like that we have that. Good, good. Let's go to the article, and then I'll let you guys know if you need to pull up any others. So DeFi will end poorly without investor protections. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Gary Gensler said the decentralized finance industry is one of the most innovative areas in the cryptocurrency market, but it can't evade monetary regulations. He was speaking at Yahoo Finance All Market Summit. Gensler said it took regulators about 3 or 5 years to bring peer-to-peer systems with investor protections, and this is the process he's now seeing in DeFi. There's a lot of lending going on, there's a lot of trading going on, and without protection, I fear that it's going to end poorly. All right, with all due respect, Mr. Gensler, we don't need protections. Just let us trade. If we lose money, we'll understand the risk. We here at Check the Market understand that there's risk. So we don't need the protections, and we would like to be excused from all those protections. Gensler believes that financial stability and public protection are primary concerns for him. When asked whether stablecoins should be regulated similarly as banks, Gensler admitted that this is something the SEC is looking at. Continue. There's about 130 billion in stablecoins today. Of stablecoins today, that's up nearly tenfold in the last year. In August, the SEC filed its first unregistered securities lawsuit against a DeFi development firm. As Benzinga explained in a recent report, the SEC made it very clear that slapping the DeFi label on a project and hoping to avoid regulation does not work. DeFi allows users to participate in the financial system without the need for any third-party intermediaries, such as banks and other financial institutions. So I wonder where all of this quote-unquote protection is coming from. It's because we need to get the banks involved and stuff like that, so that there's adequate protection. Because we all know how that's ended up in the past with the 2008 housing crisis and all that. So it's better not to have the banks involved. Yeah, that is true, Doug. How is he going to stop DeFi? I don't know how he's going to stop it. And I honestly don't think he will. That's what he's doing. He's protecting the banks. But the banks are all getting involved in this as well. Because there's money to be made. So we'll see what ends up happening. Exactly. That's what they're doing. It's not protection for you and me. Because do you think Gary Gensler would care if my Robinhood account went to 0 today? He doesn't care. It's not about protection, it's about control. That's what this is about. Continue. Facebook third quarter earnings takeaways, revenue miss, weak guidance, new names for 2 units. So Facebook, doing okay, I guess. There's something interesting that I saw in this article, though. Let's see it. Social media giant Facebook, third quarter financial results after market close Monday. Here are the key takeaways. Facebook reported third quarter revenue of $29 billion, up 35% year over year. The revenue total was shy of analysts' estimate of $29.6 billion. Advertising revenue for the company was $28.3 billion, up 33% year over year. The company's other business segment had revenue of $734 million, up 195% year over year. Facebook's earnings per share beat the street consensus of $3.19. The company reported daily active users of 1.93 billion, of which, according to most people in Washington, the 930 million are Russian bots and the 1 billion are regular people. And monthly active users of 2.91 billion, up 6% year over year. Continue. Facebook is guiding for fourth quarter revenue to be in a range of 31.5 to 34 billion, shy of the street's estimate of 34.9. The third quarter miss and fourth quarter guidance follow comments made in the company's second quarter report on the second half seeing decelerated growth due to tough comp periods from the prior year. When viewing growth on a 2-year basis to exclude the impacts from lapping the COVID-19 recovery, we expect year-over-year 2-year total revenue growth to decelerate modestly in the second half of 21 compared to the second quarter growth rate. Going forward, Facebook will break out its Facebook Reality Labs as a separate reporting segment beginning with the fourth quarter. Now, whenever a company is doing this, whenever a company splits its reporting or does something different with its reporting, that's a red flag for me. I always think, well, what's going on in the company that you have to change your reporting standards? Why? It's because one area is probably going to see high growth, so that's what they want investors to focus on, and the other area isn't going to see very high growth, and so they don't want investors focusing on that. So that's a lot of times what happens. Sometimes it's a good thing, but most times that's a red flag for me. So I don't know if Facebook is going to see the growth that it has seen before moving forward. And then the other reporting unit will be the family of apps, which includes Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, WhatsApp, and other services. Well, we'll see what happens there. All right, next. Tesla's stock blasts through $1,000. Is it moonbound or in need of a pit stop? Let's take a look at Tesla, see where it's at right now. Tesla is cruising. Not gonna lie, I do regret selling my stock, but I can't think about it. Should have held on a little bit longer, but I did make money on it, so. 1,044, 1,045. This is like, we haven't seen these crazy Tesla swings for a while. This used to be par for the course here. So it's pretty exciting stuff for Tesla. Congratulations to everybody who's in Tesla. I know there was a couple people that were that were in Tesla. So it's up another 2% today. Let's take a look at it, at the article. Tesla stock blasts through $1,000. Continue. I already read that. Tesla was trading more than 13% higher on Monday, crossing above 1,000 and surpassing a $1 trillion market value. Earlier in the day, Morgan Stanley raised its price target on the electric vehicle maker to $1,200. The fuel for the move came October 21st, following a bullish reaction to Tesla's third quarter earnings print. And then plus the 100,000 car order by Hertz, that helped it out as well. Tesla gapped over 4% higher on Monday, and later in the trading day reached a new all-time high of $1,045 per share. We are now at $1,050 per share, so $1,052. The closest lower gap between 910 and 944, paired with another gap between 843 and 849, makes it likely Tesla will retrace toward 843 in the future. However, because of gaps on charts, fill 90% of the time. Continue. The skyrocketing share price was made on far above average trading volume, with over 60 million shares exchanging hands compared to the average 10-day volume of 21.46 million. A higher than average trading volume indicates there's a high level of trader and investor interest in a stock. That is true. Mainly, I would say it's probably mainly due to the news about Hertz ordering 100,000 Tesla vehicles for their fleets. I think it was 100,000. Let me just make sure that that's correct. Yes, Hertz says it will order 100,000 Tesla vehicles. So if you want to test drive a Tesla, I'd just rent from Hertz. I'm sure they'll be available here probably within the next couple of years. Continue. We can go to the next one. Tesla is, I mean, it is incredible. The hype around that company is incredible, especially because if you take a look at let's take a look here at like General Motors, for example, right? General Motors is huge. It's a huge company, one of the biggest automobile companies in the world, and their market cap right now is $83.4 billion. So Tesla, which is, I mean, percentage-wise, I mean, I don't even think they do like not even like close to a fraction of what General Motors produces every single year in terms of vehicles, and they're at $1 trillion market cap. So that's more than 10 times what General Motors is worth. It's incredible. That just shows you the hype around that stock. Lucid, I like Lucid. Lucid is comparable to Tesla. Lucid has they're a brand new company, so we will have to see, how their product competes. But they have a longer range battery than Tesla. But they're also in that upper tier of vehicles. So Tesla has the Model 3, and they have the Model Y, which are more affordable. So Lucid is more in that Model S range, where you're starting at $80,000 to $90,000 for a vehicle. But I like Lucid. I'm actually invested in the company, and I did see Lucid did go up yesterday. I bought them a while back. I bought Lucid at $26 a share, and they're now at almost $27 a share. So I'm up about 3% on it, a little over 3%. But I like Lucid, and I'm invested in Lucid. Oh wow, I didn't know that. The intellectual property, that is true. That does make sense. Tesla may license the autopilot to other vehicles, like gas-powered vehicles. But there is also a lot of hype around Tesla to be able to justify $1 trillion market cap. That's not many. If I looked at the overall market, I'd be like, okay, $1 trillion companies: Google, Amazon, Microsoft. Like those are huge companies. They're all over the world. Their software is used all over the world. Everybody uses it. Not everybody uses a Tesla. Not everybody drives a Tesla. And so when I think about $1 trillion market caps, if I think about it like logically, I wouldn't put Tesla in that category. SpaceX, that is true. But SpaceX is a separate entity. Polyhapatia calls Trump SPAC huge vote against censorship. So I thought this was interesting. I like listening to this Polyhapatia. He's a very, very smart investor. And I thought it was interesting what he had to say about DWAC. Let's actually take a look at it, see where it's at right now. $75. Ooh, now it's down 9%. Nice little nice little movement downwards there for DWAC. Let's see the article. That is true. GM is launching rockets. That is true. Polyhapatia calls Trump SPAC huge vote against censorship. Let's see it. Former President Donald Trump is bringing several planned media units public with a SPAC merger. The announcement and huge valuation given to the company were discussed on the All In podcast, featuring comments from a name well known in the SPAC community. The SPAC deal, Trump Media Technology Company, is merging with Digital World Acquisition. The deal valued the company at $875 million and up to $1.7 billion based on future earnouts. Shares of DWAC saw a huge trading interest and soared to over $100 on Friday. Donald Trump has done a SPAC. Co-host Jason Calacanis, whatever. It's become a bit of a meme stock on Wall Street Bets. That gentleman pointed out to the fact that Trump Media and Technology has no technology, no team, no IP, and no office. The hosts of the All In podcast discussed why the strong reception to the SPAC was a good indicator of taking on traditional media. Continue. It's an index on the right, Chamath Polyhapatia said. It's an index on the alternative to Fox News. Polyhapatia argued the creation of the new Trump media company was a huge FU to traditional mainstream media. The slide presentation lays out the companies that Trump is targeting, which wasn't lost on the show's hosts. Trump is proposing an alternative to all the traditional media and social networks that have basically banned him. The group argued that the support the SPAC has seen is not just supporting Trump or Republicans, but also showing support for social media platforms not controlled by big technology companies. I actually think this is a huge vote against censorship, Polyhapatia said. Polyhapatia says the company should do M&A. One of the big arguments from the host was that what should be done now that the company has a large valuation, over $10 billion, and has shown proof of demand. I actually I thought that this wasn't, going to be as huge as it is, but it showed me that there's still a huge following and a huge how can I put it? I didn't expect this kind of reaction to it, because usually when somebody opens up, alternative social media, there's some hype around it, but not this level of hype. So I think they actually have a shot, but they need to execute it properly. They need to do it properly. They need to do it right, and they need to do it with quality. It can't be something that's just, like that video we saw. You need to do something better than that. It needs to put the other social media chains the other social media companies to shame. That's for sure. Continue. Andre asks, what percentage crypto should I have in a hard wallet versus on an exchange like Uphold? That's a good question. I think that depends on what you feel comfortable with. So I would say in a hard wallet, if you're not planning on selling it anytime soon, I would keep, your Ethereum, your Bitcoin. It depends on how much you have invested in other cryptocurrencies. I would keep those in your hard wallet, like your Trezor. I would do maybe like rule of thumb 80-20. 80% hardware in your hard wallet and 20% on your exchange, just so you have money to play with. If you make some profit somewhere, you can sell it, buy something else. That would be my my rule of thumb, because there's always I like 80-20. 20% of my portfolio is high risk, so 20% is what I play with. 80% is what I invest. So 80%, I look for good companies, and I even include Bitcoin in this now. So Bitcoin is in my 80%. But 80% of my portfolio is invested in good companies, and then dividend-paying companies, and then 20% is what I play with. So the 20% I'm willing to lose at any point, whatever. The 80% is a long-term growth portfolio. All right. They could raise billions of dollars, Polyhapatia said. The strong interest in the stock shows the company has a brand value of over $10 billion and could raise money fairly easy going forward. Polyhapatia thinks it makes the most sense for Trump Media and Technology Group to acquire a broadcast outlet to launch as a Fox competitor and to acquire an existing social media platform. One of the All-In hosts was less optimistic that the company will retain its value going forward. I don't think they'll ever get a product out. Kalakinis said, the group also discussed the potential implications of Trump's company having a large valuation and how it could affect the 2024 presidential election. Trump today in one day is worth more than 2 times the New York Times. He's firmly back in the game. Polyhapatia said that people will be shocked at the closing enterprise value of the company when it de-SPACs. I'll be interested to see. This is definitely something that I'm going to keep my eye on, because it's interesting to see, and it also shows the that the Trump train isn't going anywhere. It's around, and it's still going strong, because a lot of these people believe in this investment, and that's why they invested in it. It wasn't just, I'm sure that most of the Wall Street Bets guys just invested in it because there was money to be made, but people see value in this. And a lot of times, even if analysts don't see value in a company, that doesn't matter. It's what the customers of the company think. Because your customers are what makes your company valuable. It's not what the analysts at Wall Street say. So it's very interesting. To me, at least. Continue. We can go to the next one. FaZe Clan is going public via SPAC. What investors should know. Let's see it. One of the most popular esports teams in the world will become a publicly traded company via a SPAC merger announced Monday morning. FaZe Clan announced a merger with B. Riley Principal 150 Merger Corp. Monday, valuing the company at an equity valuation of $1 billion. The company will be known as FaZe Holdings Inc., with the ticker FaZe on the NASDAQ after the merger is completed. Founded in 2010, FaZe Clan is a leading digital content platform targeting Gen Z and millennial fans with huge brand recognition in the esports industry. FaZe Clan has 10 competitive esports teams that have won 30 worldwide championships and participates in some of the biggest esports leagues. FaZe Clan has a social media reach of more than 350 million followers. The company creates premium content from its teams and sells merchandise and consumer products. FaZe Clan ranks third for individual sports teams' cross-platform actions, trailing only the Los Angeles Lakers and Golden State Warriors of the NBA. B. Riley, Principal 50. BRPM is the ticker symbol. I mean, they're cruising today. Their high today was 1574. It's trading right now at 1429. So it's up 27% today. So there's also some hype surrounding this one. The ticker symbol is BRPM for this one. Continue. The merger will make FaZe Clan one of the only digital youth-focused lifestyle and media platforms to be publicly traded, according to the company. The company counts 80% of its audience between the ages of 13 and 34, a key advertising demographic. In comparison, the NBA has 45% of its fan base under the age of 34, 37 for the NHL, and 29 for the NFL, 24 for MLB. In our short history, we have evolved from a disruptive content generator to one of the world's most decorated and successful esports franchises, and now into one of the younger generation's most recognized and followed brands globally. So FaZe Clan going public. They'll be trading under the ticker symbol FaZe, but right now it's BRPM. If you want to take a look at it, BRPM. Continue. We can go to the next one. Facebook's metaverse plans as advertising business dwindles. Everything you need to know. So this is what Facebook published yesterday. Let's see it. Facebook, the financial results are Facebook plans on to start publishing the financial results as two operating segments, Family of Apps and Facebook Reality Labs. Beginning in the fourth quarter of 21, the company also disclosed in the filing that market acceptance of digital payment networks is subject to significant uncertainty. Facebook noted that there could be no assurance that DM or its associated products and services will be made available on time or at all. So it looks like Facebook DM might be going back to its Libra, where they tried to launch their Libra digital currency. Facebook expects its investment in its hardware division, Facebook Reality Labs, to reduce overall operating profits in 2021 by $10 billion. This is not an investment that's going to be profitable for us anytime in the near future, but we basically believe that the metaverse is going to be the successor to the mobile internet. So the metaverse, basically digital reality, like Roblox or Minecraft or something like that. That's probably where they're going to be using their DM cryptocurrency, so that you can buy. So it'll be a game like Axie Infinity, where you have an actual cryptocurrency where you can buy and sell things with the Facebook cryptocurrency. That's where I think that this is going. They see a trend there, and they're not going to miss out on it. Facebook reported. Oh, we already went over that. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. Next. 2.6 billion quant hedge fund joins the rush to crypto. More and more hedge funds. We can go to the next one. $2.2 trillion asset manager PIMCO looking to trade cryptocurrencies. So we see a lot of these banks and a lot of these investment firms jumping into cryptocurrency. Continue. PIMCO, an asset manager with $2.2 trillion under management, is looking to start trading cryptocurrencies. We're trading from a relative value perspective. The firm's chief investment officer said PIMCO's clients include central banks, sovereign wealth funds, public and private pension funds, financial and non-financial corporations, foundations, and endowments. So that is huge, that PIMCO, because they are one of the large ones. They have a ton of different funds that you can invest in, and it's interesting that they're getting into cryptocurrencies. Next. U.S. public pension fund for firefighters adds Bitcoin and Ether worth $25 million to their portfolio. So this is a public pension fund that is adding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is not, some investment firm or whatever. This is a public pension fund. Let's see it. The $5.5 billion pension fund for the U.S. City of Houston's firefighters has announced an investment in Bitcoin and Ether. This investment marks the first announced investment in digital assets by a public pension plan in the U.S. The Houston Firefighter Relief and Retirement Fund, the pension fund for the City of Houston firefighters, announced Thursday that it had purchased Bitcoin and Ether for the defined benefit plan's portfolio. The announcement describes the investment marks the first, and Oreo went over that. According to Bloomberg, the Houston Firefighter Relief and Retirement Fund has $5.5 billion in assets, and it invested $25 million in Bitcoin and Ether. The investment was facilitated by the New York Digital Investment Group, a Bitcoin investment firm of Stone Ridge Asset Management. The HFRRF pension fund handles retirement benefits for more than 6,000 active and retired firefighters and survivors of firefighters. Active firefighters have contributed 9% of their salary to the fund since 2004, with the City of Houston contributing at least twice that amount. Very interesting. This could be the first of many pension funds that accept Bitcoin and Ethereum as investments. We've seen a progression since May and June of cryptocurrency going more and more mainstream, because every week there's new articles of banks, pension funds. First it was small ones, and now we have PIMCO that is getting into it. We have this pension fund, JP Morgan, other banks like that have opened it up for clients to invest. So I think it's very interesting. It's becoming more and more accepted, which will destroy one of the main arguments against cryptocurrency, that eventually regulators are going to squash it. I don't see that happening with all of these banks, pension funds that are now investing in it, because they have huge pull with governments. Continue. Go to the next one. Coinbase cryptocurrency exchange operator gained 2% in pre-market trading after. Where is Coinbase right now? Because I'm almost made up all my losses on this. 321. Take a look here. Oof. I'm 1% away. 326.21 is where I bought into Coinbase. So I'm 321, almost made up all my losses. Next. Charles, I actually have a tab on my computer in my office up for that Zoom wallet or whatever they call it. And I have one of the it's not CoinMarketCap, it's the other one. Whatever the other one is called that has I have Casino Coin up there as well. I'm taking a look at it. Cathie Wood disputes Jack Dorsey's hyperinflation warning, says prices will fall after holidays. So Cathie Wood's getting into it with Jack Dorsey. But we don't have time to get into it, so we'll save that for tomorrow. Let's take a look at some stocks that I researched. Stocks to research today. All right, so I went over a couple that you guys all asked me to take a look at. So I took a look at PPL. I know PPL was one that you wanted me to take a look at. PPL Corporation is a utility holding company. Through its subsidiaries, PPL delivers electricity to customers in the United Kingdom, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, and Virginia. It delivers natural gas to customers in Kentucky and generates electricity from power plants in Kentucky. So I took a look at this company. I think it's always a good idea to invest in some utility companies. I know that a lot of times they don't give you a lot of stock market return, but in down times, utilities are a safe haven, and a lot of people put their money into utilities. It's always good to have a little bit of utilities in your portfolio. So this company has okay financials. I wasn't very happy with their financials, and it has a dividend yield at over 5%. So that's the only thing that I liked about this company. The utility company generally has, the ticker symbol is PPL. PPL. Utility companies usually have a good amount of debt since they are currently replacing aging infrastructure. They pass that cost on to their customers. But I see that could also be a risk, especially for this company. They're not very efficient compared to other companies. They have a fairly high price to earnings ratio. Overall, I think there's better utility companies that one can invest in. I don't like everything I see with this company. Just by looking at the financials, I would personally not invest in this company, PPL. So that's one that that I took a look at for you all. Then there's another one, GWH. Did you guys get that one slide that I sent about GWH, ESS Tech? We can put that up. So ESS, Iron Flow Batteries. I took a look at this company. They just merged with Acon S2 Acquisition Corp. So this was a SPAC merger. They're a manufacturer of long-duration batteries for commercial and utility-scale energy storage applications. So those containers that you see right there are actually full of batteries. I thought this is very interesting because you can then store energy and then use it during peak times, like it says there. Capacity for resiliency, peak shaving, and renewables integration. You can put some of those batteries in. I mean, this would even be great for, for places like Africa or whatever. If you're running a company and there's rolling blackouts, there's like times of the day when electricity gets cut. You can store a couple of these containers there, have your batteries all charged up through solar or whatever, and then use it use it at night. Keep your company running at night. Even use this on in places where you need electricity, where usually generators are used. I think this is a very interesting concept. So ESS is the company designs, builds, and deploys environmentally sustainable iron flow batteries for long-duration commercial and utility-scale energy storage applications. Company enables project developers, utilities, and commercial industrial facility owners to make the transition to more flexible, non-lithium ion storage that is better suited for the grid and the environment. So very interesting. GWH, take a look at it. I'm going to do even more research on this company because this might be something that eventually I think that this will probably be, somebody's probably going to buy this company and buy the technology. Then there's another one that you asked me. Is there another slide for that? So there. Battery chemistries matter, non-toxic, easily recyclable, cleaner, safer, lowest cost, long duration. So it looks like 6 to 12 hours. This is very interesting. GWH, take a look at it when you get a chance. No, Charles, I understand that it's not financial advice. I like it when one of my biggest things with cryptocurrencies, and it's something that Doug and I have talked about, is if the owners of the cryptocurrency or the creators of the cryptocurrency are anonymous, it's usually not a good idea to invest. But if they are public, if they're on Twitter, if they're available, you can ask them questions, whatever, then a lot of times that gives the cryptocurrency more legitimacy. All right, the last one, NRGU, was brought up. It's the US Big Oil Index 3x leveraged. So this is a 3x leveraged ETF, ETN. This, like some of the other ones I've mentioned here, are for daily bets or hedging purposes. So if the US Big Oil Index goes up 1%, this one will go up 3%. So it moves very quickly. So I would not trade anything like this long term because you can lose a lot of money quickly by doing so. When I first found out about these 3x leveraged ETFs, I thought this was my ticket to becoming a billionaire. I'm telling you, it is. It's not easy to time these 3x leveraged ETFs, and I have used them for some hedging. I have made some money off them, but I've lost money on them. So I think that this is very high risk. But if you do invest in any big oil companies or whatever, this could be a way to hedge for you. So NRGU, take a look at it. GWH, yes, that would be more long term because they're still developing the technology. They haven't had a ton of sales with it, but I think that it's a good company. I like what they're doing. So Sandra, yes, it would be more long term for GWH. Shiba Inu just said, Charles just said Shiba Inu's up. Oh wow, yep. 0.000045. Looking good. Bitcoin is down a little bit, 62. Ethereum, 4,100, 4,150. See where the market's at. Dow Jones is up 109 points. The NASDAQ, 172. S&P, 27. If you would like to invest in Revival today, we have... do we have that new shirt today, Brennan? All right. So we have a new shirt to share today, and you guys can go ahead and for any
Crypto Island, I'm just trying to make it. I'm a crypto island, trying to make it. I'm a crypto island.
So welcome to Crypto Island. There you have it.
Crypto Island, I'm just trying to make it. I'm a crypto island, trying to make it. I'm a crypto island.
That I've been singing that song since I heard that this morning. So hopefully I'll be able to get it out of my head before I go to sleep tonight, because otherwise I'll be singing it all night. But welcome to Crypto Island. Just three crypto bros hanging out. So for your gift of any size today, we'll send you that shirt with the 3 crypto bros on it. Welcome to Crypto Island. Just trying to make it on Crypto Island. You can do so by doing hashtag donate on Facebook. You can text RT to 50155. Cash App $RTGive, Venmo at RTGive. RevivalToday.com/PayPal. You can also give by cryptocurrencies. Scan that QR code right there. Welcome to Crypto Island. If there's any cryptocurrencies you'd like to give that are not that you can't access through that QR code, call our office 412-446-2332. We also accept checks. You can make those out to Revival Today and send them to Revival Today, P.O. Box 7, Prosperity, Pennsylvania 15329. Then don't forget to claim your offer, which is the Crypto Island shirt. Just 3 bros hanging out on Crypto Island. Yeah. So there you have it. Make sure you tune back in at 11 a.m. for Revival Today live broadcast. 4 p.m. live with Maddie. Tonight, 10 p.m. check the news. Morning prayer tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. I'll be back with you again at 9:20. Have you looked at Plug? Let's take a look at Plug before we close out. They've been cruising for the past back up to 34.95. Not too bad. I like Plug. I think they're really working on getting a lot of partnerships together for hydrogen. That's right. Scott said we'll buy our own Crypto Island. We'll buy our own Crypto Island, and we'll play that song 24 hours a day. You guys have a great day.
Crypto Island, I'm just trying to make it. I'm a crypto island, trying to make it. I'm a crypto island.
Crypto Island. You guys have a great day. I will see you all tomorrow And go out there, make some money today. I'll see you tomorrow.